it's time for Yinz Guys RC.
Hey Yinz guys, welcome to another episode of Yinz Guys RC. Today we're going to take a look at the Parkzone Visionaire, as you see depicted on this fine manual. But are we not men? No manuals. We'll put this shit together ourselves. It also comes with the AR635 user guide. That one you want to hang on to. This is one of the most complicated programming sequences I've ever seen. What do we got here? Lithium battery safety guidelines. Don't leave it unattended. Don't poke holes in it. 40 amp light pro switch mode brushless. You don't need it. So we've got a fuselage. We've got some, goes on the end of the wings. My brain is not working right now. Well, you know what they are and I know what they are, but I just can't come up with the word. Landing gear. Springy, but still pretty tough. Foam wheels, collars already installed. That's nice. Ready to go. Here are the elevators, which also come with a carbon fiber joiner like that. And did you see how the elevators themselves right here lock together when you push that together? That's pretty nice. Put that aside. A little hardware packet. The wings. Servos already installed, and these servos are E-Flight EFL R7155. They're digital servos. Those little gray guys right in there. There's the wing with the Visionaire decal on it. Quite nice. I'm just pulling off the masking tape that was holding the wires down and fishing the wires out of there. And a nice big carbon fiber wing joiner for these guys. Side force generators, SFGs. My brain just kicked on. There is a nice clear cover here for the bottom of the fuselage. That's where the receiver is. There are some different sheets of adhesives. You get the Parkzone PKZ 1029 3-cell 25C battery with a blue EC3 connector. And you get the Parkzone 2 3-cell balancing LiPo charger with the card plug-in. Throw that away. That's how LiPo fires start. So, let's look at what we got here with the fuselage. If you push this little button here, you should be able to lift this hatch off. And inside is your battery compartment with your connector. And we look in the bottom here, we can see the AR635 receiver right in there. Very nice. And the elevator and aileron servos right behind it. There are also two connectors here. What could they be for? They're for our ailerons. There's a nice air exit there for the motor. And you can see a strip here of what appears to be like phenolic material used to put that together. And then we have these little plastic things with a hole in them, which I assume is what we lock our wings on with. So, I like the little hatch. That's pretty nice. Nice prop, nice spinner. It's plastic. It will warp. But for what you're getting, that's pretty nice. So let's take one of our wings here. This one, for instance. And we'll take a look. Okay. This one has plastic on the bottom. So that's obviously the bottom. That's the top. That's one pair, and that's another pair. Now what I'm just going to check here is if there's any peculiarities in putting them together. They're just pressing into this groove. Just as such. There you can see it very well. So I don't know what the manual says to install first, but I'm going to install these first. And you do that with these nice double-sided adhesive strips. I'm going to apply it starting at the base, on the base of this strip, using my fingers to keep everything lined up. And I'm just giving it a little rub down to make sure it's firmly adhered. Peel off the backing, red backer. And I'm going to apply this lining up the rear and simply pushing it in place. Making sure to get it down in the groove nice. Good. Now we'll do the same for the other piece, the top piece. All right, come back in. Now we're putting the bottom piece on, same way. Lining it up in the rear and pushing it on. And there we have our side force generators on one wing, ready to go. We have yes, I'm familiar with this. These are the little Parkzone adhesive squares. They're little clear, stick them, kind of just like Scotch tape, basically. We've got, you can't see that. So there's little pieces of silicone tube for clevis keepers. We got this piece, which locks in the landing gear. We got 3 of these screws, 2 of these, and 4 teenies. Now I'm going to go with the 4 teenies. Go here with the landing gear thing, because it's got 4 holes. These screws, I'm going to guess go to the main wing. These ones probably hook on the stab somehow, and another bind plug for my collection of 500,000 bind plugs. So let's bring the fuselage back. Yeah. And have a look at, okay, I know how the elevator goes on. This is the same way as the other, like the P-47 back there, the Corsair, even the Extra 300, I believe, went together like this. That's what you do. I'm going to insert through the joiner through the hole. Come on, there you go. That's a tight fit, and that's what you want. Like such. And then we do it again over here, making sure that everything locks together. Good. So now we just take these little clear adhesive strips, which are, oh, these ones are white. That one didn't peel from its backing paper so well. All right, there's a little clear strip on my finger. I know you can't see it. But all you do is apply it to the plastic part there, smooth it down, and you're good to go. Here, pretty simple process. We'll start with our left wing. Going to insert the wing joiner tube through the hole in the body, about like that. Again, a nice tight fit, which is what you want. Now the aileron wire goes into that hole right there. Oh, we're having fun with this. This is going to be a battle. There appears to be a little bit of glue or some sort of material stuck in there. Okay, so that ain't nice. See that hole there? Between the two servos and the receiver? That's from where my wire went in. Which is, you know, what you would expect. But how the heck am I going to fish it out? Alright, back in. Got a screwdriver, but I don't know how well it's going to work. Let's feel it thread. Yeah. Called it. On the nose. The machine screws go into the holes at the root of the wing on the bottom. And they are what screw your wings in. They go in those holes that I'm marking with my fingers. Alright. Alright. Now we're going to have to bind this to our radio before we seal it up. And it made it just a little bit difficult to get your bind plug in there. But always keep hemos around for just such an occasion. Because you never know when you're going to have to get a grip on something that you can't really get your fingers into, or is, I don't know, too hot to hold in your fingers. Good to have. Okay. Bind plug is inserted. We're going to put a battery in and bind it. Okay, time to bind. We've got a battery ready. We've got our DX8. I'm just going to check that it's on the right model. Yes, it is on the Visionaire setting that I downloaded from the Spectrum Community website. Radio off. Battery on. Remember, binding is the only time you do it this way. This puts the receiver in bind mode. Now we're bound. DSMX at 22 milliseconds. Check our throws. Elevator. Elevator, or aileron. Rudder. Everything looks good. I am going to, this is important, you do it in this order, remove the bind plug from the radio with everything else still on. Now if I can show you the inside of the plane, you should be able to see the AR-635 doing a series of little blinks there. And what those are telling you is the gain setting for each of the channels. I'm going to unplug the battery. Since our bind is set, shut off the radio, and we're going to button up this build. Okay, what I've got here is my meter. I'll try and plug in there. And a fully charged 3-cell Sky LiPo. Radio on. Stick the battery here in the old battery compartment, so we have room to work basically. Alright, we got everything in there. Our first test, as usual, will be amps. Here we go. 36 amps at max power. 36 amps at max power. And now we'll see watts. Max watts, 384.
sure you don't care if I go off.
Uh-uh.
Try a couple touch and goes. Come on.
Go ahead.
Alright guys, I want to thank you for watching another episode of Yinz Guys RC. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Note that Horizon has reduced the price of this plane from its original $399 price point to $279.99 at your local hobby shop. Just buy it now. Good plane. Maybe I'll see you out there flying sometime this summer. And until I do, you keep them flying.
Thanks for watching and get out of here.